Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. General Hospital spoilers remind Michael Corinthos, Chat Jewel, is chronically unlucky when it comes to his personal life. He can't catch a break, and when he does meet a decent woman, something like scheming family members or serial killers get in the way. In fact, Michael's life has been complicated since conception. He's the product of a one-night stand between Carly Corinthos, Laura Wright, and A.J. Quatermain, scene canon. Then she lied and tried to pin the pregnancy on others, and then he went without his mom for a while thanks to her postpartum depression. Later, Sonny Corinthos, Maurice Bernard, adopted him but then killed his bio-dad. So, Mikey's got poor role models for relationships and just can't seem to catch a break in matters of the heart on GH. GH history reminds that Michael's first love was sweet Abby Haver, Andrea Bogart. Sam McCall, Kelly Monaco introduced them to help Michael Corinthos move on from his rape in prison. He and Abby fell in love, but then a crane fell on Abby while she was chatting on the phone with Michael. He and Sam rushed to be by her side, but it was too late. That was a horrible way to lose a lover. Later, he got close to star Manning Kristen Alderson after her boyfriend and child died in a car crash. They remained close until Star suddenly left town. Of course, that was caused by a lawsuit with Prospect Park and ABC. So, they turned around and brought back Alderson as new character Kiki Jerome. Then she was Morgan Corinthos, Brian Craig's girlfriend. Michael wanted his brother's girl, but that fizzled when it looked like they were cousins. Morgan rushed Kiki to the altar to keep her away from Michael Corinthos. She ditched Morgan and got back with his big brother. Later, he dumped her and cut his brother Morgan out of his life for keeping the secret about Sonny killing AJ on General Hospital. That was another love gone wrong, and now she's murdered. General Hospital's Michael fell for sweet nurse Sabrina Santiago, Theresa Castillo, when he hired her to be Avery's nanny. Even when Sabrina got pregnant by Carlos Rivera, Michael stood by her. He planned to marry her and raise the child as his own. But serial murdering DA Paul Hornsby, Richard Berge, took her life before he could propose. Then, Michael Corinthos moved on with schemer Nell Benson, Chloe Lanier. Kind-hearted Michael gave her many chances even after she messed with his family. Later, Nell got pregnant, but to punish him, lied and said the baby died and asked Brad Cooper, Parry Shen, to race him away from his dad. So he suffered betrayal from Nell and the loss of his kid on General Hospital. GH spoilers know Michael Corinthos began dating Sasha Gilmore, Sophia Matson, with a push from Nina Reeves, Cynthia Watros. They fell into bed quickly and decided to have a no-strings-attached fling. But now, there's real feelings involved while her lie still festers. Michael Corinthos is on the cusp of joy when he finally gets his son back, but then romantic heartbreak again when he discovers another bad love. After Nell, he's had his fill of liars on General Hospital. So, it seems likely that Sasha's secret ends her relationship with Michael Corinthos. He's successful, handsome, and sweet. He's got everything going for him but can't seem to win at love. Will Michael Corinthos ever find someone he can trust that he can love, loves him back, and won't break his heart with lies? Keep watching GH on ABC. Michael Corinthos has long been one of the more complex and sympathetic figures in General Hospital, GH. A young man born into the powerful and often dangerous world of the Corinthos crime family. Throughout his life, he's faced numerous personal challenges, from navigating family loyalty to dealing with the constant threat of danger surrounding his loved ones. But perhaps one of his most enduring struggles has been his turbulent love life. Despite his many attempts to find happiness in love, Michael has been consistently unlucky in the romance department, enduring heartbreak after heartbreak. But what has been his worst romance fail? Let's take a look at Michael's romantic history and analyze which relationship stands out as his most tragic misstep. Michael's romantic journey began in his early teen years, and his first serious relationship was with Star Manning. Star, the daughter of the infamous Todd Manning, was a fellow teenager who shared a tumultuous childhood, much like Michael. Together, they were a young couple caught up in the whirlwind of Port Charles drama, and their connection was sweet but often overshadowed by the chaos around them. For Michael, This was his first attempt at a normal romance, but from the start, it was clear that life would not be easy for them. Their love story faced significant obstacles, including Michael's strained relationship with his father, Sonny, and the fact that Star was caught in the orbit of the dangerous Manning family. Their connection also faced external pressure from the likes of Carly, Michael's mother, who was quick to interfere in her son's personal life. While Michael and Star's relationship seemed to have promise, it ended abruptly when Star left town, leaving Michael devastated. Looking back, Michael's first major romance ended up being more about growing pains than true love. However, if Michael's teenage romance was an awkward start to his journey in love, his next relationships would be the ones that would set the stage for his most heartbreaking moments. As Michael grew older, he found himself involved with two women who would come to define different chapters of his love life: Kiki Jerome and Sabrina Santiago. Both relationships were marked by moments of genuine connection, but ultimately, they'd both ended in disappointment. Kiki Jerome. Kiki was an intriguing character, the daughter of the late, controversial Ava Jerome. She had a troubled upbringing that mirrored Michael's, and the two seemed to find solace in each other's presence. They shared an intense chemistry, and their relationship initially seemed promising. However, Michael's relationship with Kiki was marred by infidelity, trust issues, and the constant interference of their families. Kiki's feelings of betrayal and Michael's emotional distance ultimately led to their breakup. Despite their undeniable attraction to each other, their relationship was full of miscommunication and failed expectations. What made this relationship particularly painful was that Kiki and Michael's connection was rooted in something deeper. Their shared family history, the similarities in their struggles, and the potential for true emotional intimacy were there, but it just never fully blossomed. The breakup was difficult for Michael, as he had clearly grown attached to Kiki, but in the end, it was another failed romance. Sabrina Santiago, Sabrina, on the other hand, was a woman whom Michael seemed to connect with on a deeper emotional level. She was a nurse at General Hospital, sweet, selfless, and deeply caring, qualities that appealed to Michael. The two shared a calm, nurturing connection, and they even had a child together, a son named Wiley. While Michael and Sabrina's relationship had its ups and downs, including external drama from characters like Carly and Nina, it appeared they had built something real and lasting. However, despite the strong foundation, the couple's relationship began to falter when Michael's feelings for other women, specifically Nell Benson, crept into the picture. Sabrina felt abandoned, and Michael's inability to fully commit to her and their family resulted in the couple's eventual split. This heartbreak left Michael in a vulnerable position, questioning whether he would ever find a love that could withstand the pressures of his life. But perhaps Sabrina's departure wasn't the most devastating of Michael's romance failures. It was the circumstances surrounding his next significant relationship that would become the most painful of them all. Without a doubt, Michael's worst romance fail came in the form of Nell Benson. Nell entered Michael's life in one of the most tumultuous and manipulative ways imaginable, posing as a victim of her circumstances when, in fact, she was one of the most calculating and dangerous women ever to come into Michael's orbit. Nell and Michael's relationship was fast, passionate, and filled with intense drama. Michael, deeply vulnerable after his breakup with Sabrina, allowed Nell to manipulate him into believing she was the answer to his emotional loneliness. Nell played her cards carefully, positioning herself as the loving woman who was there to support Michael, but in reality, she was a master manipulator who harbored dark intentions. Their romance quickly escalated, with Michael eventually proposing to Nell and the couple even welcoming a child together. However, the truth about Nell's malicious motives slowly began to unravel. Nell was a master of deceit and betrayal, and she ultimately orchestrated events that drove a wedge between her and Michael. She orchestrated a scheme to frame Carly for a crime, manipulated those around her, and revealed her true colors in the worst way possible. The fallout from this relationship was not only emotionally devastating for Michael, but also left lasting scars that affected his family, especially his relationship with his mother. Nell's ultimate betrayal was the final blow to Michael's belief in finding true love. He had invested so much emotionally in the relationship, and the realization that Nell had been using him from the start was a crushing blow. This heartbreak, paired with the chaos Nell caused, made this romance the most disastrous and painful of Michael's many failed relationships. As of now, Michael is still reeling from the aftereffects of his past relationships, and while his romantic life remains uncertain, one thing is clear: Michael has a lot of growing to do before he can find a love that is both healthy and enduring. His relationships, particularly with Nell, have shown how deeply he can be hurt, but they also highlight his vulnerability, his need for connection, and his capacity for love. While Michael's love life has been marked by tragedy, it also shows that even the unluckiest in love can eventually find their way. After all, love in General Hospital is a messy, complicated affair, and Michael's journey is far from over. With each heartbreak, Michael learns and evolves, and perhaps the next chapter of his life will finally give him the happiness he's long sought. But for now, Michael's worst romance fail remains his ill-fated relationship with Nell, a cautionary tale of love gone wrong and the painful consequences of trusting the wrong person. Let's hope that Michael's future holds something brighter as he moves past the ghosts of his past romances and toward the possibility of a healthier, more fulfilling love life.